team going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers offense takes the field. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You have got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
The Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Everett. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships. You need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Caught. Big play. Takes him into bus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making play.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Back to throw. It's Kendricks. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Zips it out to his man. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to what they do today.
Dropping back. It's long. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense in the passing game.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Little touch pass to the receiver. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 35. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Rushes on him. He's got his man across the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. The RPO, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Fights off the defender. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. To throw. It's long. Got his man. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Irish! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down to make sure that's an incompletion.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Gets it out fast. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Look out, he's got room. Tackled there by the defense. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. To the air, it's Kendricks. Bringing the heat. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fitted in the window for the score.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the 2nd half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 34 to Wake Forest. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged in the middle. It's Dickey. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's long. That's caught, it's Dickey. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds a man in the middle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Direct snap. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Nebraska, 10.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking for a man. It's Kendricks. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 45. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Irish back on offense. From the gun, running back on the move. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
The Irish will need to move the... From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Here's a heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. After swapping into the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's long. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll get rid of it. He's got it. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the...
And he's got it inside the 35. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Quick strike complete.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. Defense looks like they're coming. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Huskers want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Husker! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, to the other side, you got to get it back.
Pulls it in, it's Poole. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Grab near the marker, it's Dickey. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Notre Dame comes to the line, trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's long. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Off play action on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Pucks it out of the air. He's down at the 1, and they almost almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
35, Nebraska 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to pass. It's Kendricks. That's reeled in. It's Welch. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Welch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on. They just gashed the defense on that one. Down to the 23. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Huskers will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for 6. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Running behind that left side. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's long. Working that left side now. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
At the 35. And that's good enough for a first down.
After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. Dances away. He turns it loose to the left. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play.